Hey there folks, and welcome to the BRO Reloading Bench. I'm your host Wade Rush. Today we're going to talk about a subject that I have heard from a lot of loaders out there. You ever seen this? You get real pretty loads loaded up using your red wads like your CB1138, the RW123, or the RW12, the TPS wads, all this stuff, and you see this after you load up with your long shot powder. Yeah. That drives a lot of folks crazy, drives me crazy. Sometimes I've even seen the bigger flake powders like your Blue Dot and all that leaking by the wads sometimes. Well, we have a fix that is so blamed easy, you're going to kick yourself. I'm going to show you how to fix it. Stand by. Okay folks, not only are we going to fix this powder leaching by our wads, but I'm going to take you down to the range and show you what, if any, effect the modification has on how they pattern. I think you're going to be surprised that it doesn't really affect it at all. But anyway, I didn't figure the video would be complete without showing you the performance down at the range. Today we're going to be using the clear, the 3-inch or 2 3/4-inch rounds. We're going to use the clear. This is a brand new, both of these are brand new Fiocchi. This is an older brand new Fiocchi, has a standard primer, okay? So we're just going to say this is like a Shadite. Basically that's what this is with a Fiocchi with a standard primer. This is going to be like your clear Shadite primed hulls. We got a 2 3/4-inch standard primed Fiocchi, also clear, and we're going to use these because you can see what's going on in here, okay? All right, let's get them loaded up. Folks, you're going to really, everybody that this is happening to, you're going to really notice most of the leaching is going by wads like your Precision, RW12, Precision, RW123. Just 12 means 12 gauge standard 2 3/4-inch. 123 means 12 gauge 3-inch. That's the only difference. Is the red one is the identical same wide, about 1/8 of an inch longer. That's all. And your White Lightning TPS wads are all of your other brands of TPS wide. Just the White Lightning is my favorite in the TPS, in the standard type of TPS wide. White Lightning is my favorite, and it's just tough as nails. These are the wads that we mainly get most of our leaching by in our basic extended range loads. Old school, the CB1138, the Claybuster, the AA12R copy is another one that you're going to see a lot of leaching getting by in your standard loads. Now there's all kinds of published data using these wads and all that in this, especially the CB1138. Not a lot with these other wads. It's just coming from guys like me and Roger and a lot of the other fellas over there on Buck and Slug. We've got this all figured out here. Let's go ahead and put one together. I've got a 35 caliber triple alt load in a 2 3/4-inch and a 3-inch, but we're going to load the 2 3/4 today. I shot a once fired Fiocchi down at the range. I'm using a new clear, so it's a lot easier for you to see what's going on here. We need 27 grains of long shot, and that's what I got here in the Lee tabletop powder measure. We got 27 coming out of this one, 28.5 coming out of this one. Those are the two charges that I use 90% of the time. 27 grains of long shot. See, just above the brass right here. Now, you drop this in here, you're just about guaranteed. So when you start doing a static, it's already going to start picking up on this powder. And if you poke it in there with your finger, look here. I hope you can already see that. It's already leaching up around or by the seal. I think y'all can see, yeah. And I just push that in there with my finger. We get this to start shaking it around. Finish loading it, there's going to be a bunch of powder that's leached by this thing. Okay, Wade, well, how do you fix that? Let me get this thing back out of here. Make sure we don't drag any out, and we didn't. I'm using a 12 gauge overshot card. That's right. Mine's kind of it's a thick. This is probably like a 3/32. I think it's a little bit bigger than a 1/16 of an inch. So y'all can see what it is there. Get them from Ballistic Products. It's just a simple paper 12 gauge overshot card. All right. We're going to start that first. We want to make sure that it's going down in there straight, and the best way to do that is to start it like this and then put your CB1138 on top of it and push it down in here. I want y'all to be able to see this. Alright, watch that powder. Levels out. Look at that. All the way around, not one flake. I give it a good, you need your powder compressed. Give it a good little push, okay? Look at that. How about that? Now we need 8 .35 caliber. That's right, 35. It's important because if we're using 36 caliber and you wanted to use this CB1138 base, you'd have to cut the petals off because it's going to dimple the hull too bad. 35 caliber, on the other hand, is just a hair smaller, but small enough to where it'll fit in this thin petaled wad by 2s. I've got some beautiful 35 cal Milsurp Gray out of Marty's mold here. That is beautiful, isn't it? They are perfectly round, they polish up great, and they powder coat up great. By 2s in here, 2 3/4 inch load here. And another thing you want to make sure of, guys, see your splits in your wads. Make sure that your pellets go in there and line up, especially stacking by 2s. See, you just alternate, and each time the outer perimeter of your pellets fall in the groove of these where the petals are split right here. Important in getting your really good uniform patterns here. Stack by 2s, allowing them to fall right in there the way the wad is split. It's 4, 6, and 8. You talk about a heck of a round, boys. We got a we make a 8 pellet 2 3/4 inch mag and a 10 pellet 3 inch, 12 pellet 3.5 inch. We're gonna cover this with Ballistic Products Original. That's in the blue can. You can roll crimp it, or you can just do a standard crimp on it. I shot a standard crimp down there at the range, so how about that? Wade got the tripod fixed where you're not grinding your teeth now. We got the little booster right here from Precision, little brass bushing that turns this. I've got this set up to crimp to 3 inch, but we use this bushing and we can crimp 2 3/4 inch. Look at how pretty that is. Look at it at the bottom. Not one flake of powder has leached by this round. Okay, before we do the last shot, because this is one of my favorites. This is the primary load, one of the primary loads that Randy Stokes shoots out of his Benelli. Now, in that we use both in this 16 pellet 31 cal single alt. We use the White Lightning wad, the TPS White Lightning wad from Ballistic Products, as well as the TPRW 123 from Precision. I'll make sure you see all the right numbers. I may be saying it wrong. I just shortened it to the RW12 and the RW123. It's as simple as the 2 3/4 inch, the white wad from Precision and the red wad from Precision. 2 3/4 inch wad, 3 inch wad. That's it. They're identical. Other than that, the color, one's just an 1/8 inch longer than the other one. That's all. They're the same wad. But the reason I've got that is because that these Precision wads, the powder is terrible about leaching by those wads. So once again, with using this combination and using the over powder card, I've cut back the powder charge from 28.5 to 27, and we're pretty much getting equal velocities with because we're using that overshot card. And sometimes the fitting can get real funky and all that with you. A lot of the Benellis don't like these rounds that are roll crimped. They just don't want to feed right. They feed great in the Stogers, and if you got super mags, it doesn't matter anyway because it shoot up to 3.5. But a lot of 3-inch Benellis and a lot of the 3-inch Frenchies and all that don't like the roll crimp round. It's got to be star crimped or conventionally crimped, or you really got to get that roll to go way down, and when you do, you're going to really dimple your hull. So you got to pay attention to that, especially you fellas that are shooting Benelli that are doing your own loading, okay? I've got to do a conventional crimp for Randy to make sure that that Benelli eats these things like it's supposed to. But anyway, let's put one together. 27 of long shot. Once again, we're just simply getting the 12 gauge, the paper 12 gauge overshot card. I've used thinner ones than this, real thin stuff. It all works. These are just what I have. These are just what I have on hand. All right. Getting it started in here straight. You want to get it started in there straight as you can. All right. Going down in with our RW 123 wad. Not one piece of powder leaching by it, nor is going to leach by it. Give it a good press, fellas. I'm probably putting 20 to 30 pounds of pressure on this powder. You want your long shot powder compressed. All right. 1/8 inch or thinner, or just 20 gauge overshot card. 20 gauge overshot card. I've just got a thick 20 gauge overshot card. You just want to make sure it's down in the bottom of that wad to make it flat. Same thing with the White Lightning, with the TPS wads. We do the identical same thing. Now we need 16 pellets of 31 caliber. Sing along. As a matter of fact, last week just made up a bunch because I was out. Some beautiful forward blue, 31 cal. We'll stack them in here by twos till we get 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and it's going to perfectly come right to the top of either of these wads, fully encased. All 16 pellets are fully encased. Whether you're using the RW 123 or you're using the White Lightning, same thing. Covering BP Original. I said that's the buffer in the blue can. Grant and the boys over at Ballistic Products are working hard to try to keep stuff in stock for you guys. It's been hard. They've had record-breaking sales, as you can imagine. These clear like that. These are some of the prettiest rounds that you're ever going to build. Alrighty, we're not going to need the bushing for the 3-inch. I've got the machine set up to crimp 3-inch, so we just take our bushing out. Now, like I said, if you wanted to roll crimp it, you can, but there's some Benellis, most Benellis and Frenchies, you're going to find maybe 1 out of 2, 50% of them they don't want to climb the ramp like they're supposed to. So you're actually better off to either shorten the wad, or in this load you can use the RW12. It's a little bit shorter if you're having trouble and you've got to roll crimp it. Then I would recommend using the RW12 or like a 41 millimeter TPS wad, or cutting your White Lightning wad back. But look at what a beautiful conventional type crimp you get, because everything fits perfect in this round. See them? Those blue pellets really shine through pretty. And this is one of my best and favorite performers. This works great out of my Stoger, and it works great out of a lot of the boys' guns over at the Rabbit Pen Hunting Club. They do love this round. Got to roll crimp them? All right, here's what you do. .27 a long shot. 12 gauge overshot card to stop our powder from leaching by. RW12, the 2 3/4 inch wad from Precision. Aha, a little more room. .20 gauge overshot card. Just to make the bottom flat. 16 pellets. 16 pellets of our beautiful blue 31 cal sing-along. 14, 15, 16. Cover, Ballistic Products original. I pulled out a clear segmented because that's just what was on top. Bingo card works equally well. Got our overshot card mashed down in here. Reloader Network 4-pin roller here. Make sure it's been in storage, so make sure we got a little bit of Now, you shouldn't run into any feeding problems with it now. How about that?